Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another Steam Autumn Sale video. So this time we are looking at games under $10. So between 5 and 10, and I usually only pick games that have never been cheaper than the price I'll show you here. So let's first begin with Deep Rock Galactic, a very popular co-op style game. You are a colony of dwarves and you go mining for resources in different places and you have to avoid these giant bug-like creatures. So as you can see, overwhelmingly positive, at least 10,000 people playing, and it is on a usual 67% off. Regional price is still good at $230, $989, $824 in the UK, $1154 in Canada, $989 in the Eurozone. Next we have Subnautica, so one of the most sort of unique and fun underwater exploration crafting style game with a story as well. And I played this many years ago and still very popular, as you can see, overwhelmingly so. There's a sequel, direct sequel to this, and another one coming out from what I hear. And this one is 67% off. The regional price has gone up, but it's still a reasonable price, and there is plenty of content in the game. I think I ended up playing more than 50 hours to finish the game. So $989, $494 in India, $824 in the UK, $1319 in Canada, $989 in the Eurozone. Next we have Devil May Cry 5. So some of the recent games from Capcom have been really good. Devil May Cry 5 came out in 2019. Once again, overwhelmingly positive. I don't know if they're going to make more of these. They have been busy with the Resident Evil series. So this one here is 67% off. This is also usual, just under $10, $577 in India, $791 in the UK, $1319 in Canada, $989 in the Eurozone. Similarly, we also have Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now this is on the shorter side. That is the main criticism of this game, but it's still a good game. But it's only about 3 to 4 hours long. Also like $10, $584 in India, $824 similar price. And also we have Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is probably a better game overall. This is my entry into the series because I had never played the Resident Evil games, and when this remake came out, I got it free with the graphics card. Really ended up liking it. Then I got 3 and I've got 4 as well this year, and I enjoyed all of them. And this one is like pretty long as well, so you can play as 2 characters from different perspectives basically for the same story with slightly different things. But yeah, overall a really good game, and this is at its standard $10 sale price, $500 in India, $1374 in Canada, $10 in the Eurozone. Next we have Valheim. So Valheim is also a game made by Coffee Stain, and this is still in early access, but it's been a really good game, has been out for several years. Very low system requirements, up to 10 people can play together, and you're basically building houses and exploring a procedurally generated world. So open world survival is the thing here, and yeah, a really nice game. 50% off, $264 in India, $10, $774 in the UK, $1139 in Canada, $10 in the Eurozone. Next we have the Halo Master Chief Collection. So we have the Halo games up to Halo 4, I believe. In this bundle initially was very well priced, but they did increase the regional price recently, so it's not as cheap now for some regions, but still under $10. So $10 here, $837 in India, $849 in the UK, $1249 in Canada, $10 in the Eurozone. So it seems like it's a little more in the UK and the Eurozone area, but yeah, around $10-ish everywhere. We also have Gears 5. Now this also got a hike. All these games were very cheap with the regional prices when they first came out, but with time they have increased them. It was a decent game. I liked the world and the setting here, open world. The story was okay. I did play it at launch via the Game Pass, but never really felt the need to go back and play again. 67% off, $989, $890 in India, $989 in the UK, $1319 in Canada, $989 in the Eurozone. Next we have Green Hell. So this is another sort of brutal survival game, has a campaign as well, and again I played it a long time ago, but the game has improved quite a lot of content, and sort of realistic type survival where you have to make sure you have mosquito repellents, and if you get bit or you have something to, some medicines and stuff. So yeah, good game, and this is very good in terms of regional pricing. $187 only, $824 in the US, $643 in Canada, in the UK, $956 in Canada, $692 in the Eurozone. Assassin's Creed Origins. So yesterday I mentioned Odyssey, which was on a new low. This is also comfortably under $10, and this was sort of the change they made towards a more RPG style game and made it even more bloated, let's say. But the setting was very good. So we have 85% off for the base version, $4.49 in India, $9, $7.49 in the UK, 12 in Canada, 9 in the Eurozone. As with the Ubisoft games, you know they have multiple versions, and these versions are more expensive, but the base one is still under 10. We also have State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition. Now I really like this game. Survival again with zombies, and there's a lot of base building. You have to find a party of survivors, find a place to settle down, make fortifications, make sure you have food, make sure you have other things. And yeah, I really ended up liking this game, played it quite a bit. And so this is also very well priced regionally and a big discount as well. So 75% off, $749, $274 only in India, $624 in the UK, 10 in Canada, $749 in the Eurozone. Yeah, one of the best deals in my opinion. I can't wait for the third game to come out. Next we have Remember Me. So this is a Capcom published Don't Nod Entertainment game, a futuristic cyberpunk setting basically, but third person action adventure. You play as a girl called Nilin, who is a memory hunter. She goes into people's brains and alters their memories. Very interesting concept, and yeah, good story overall. I really like the story in this one. The combat was a little let's say repetitive, because they had a lot of combo type deals and quick time events, which probably doesn't seem that good now, but at the time these QT events were very popular. Anyway, game is still good, I would recommend. So 80% off usual sale price, $359 in India, $599 in the US, $459 in the UK, 6 in Canada, $559 in the Eurozone. Next we have Maneater. So Maneater was described as a ShaRkPG. So you play as a shark, small shark, and then you eat stuff and you evolve and you get bigger, and you have to take revenge on this guy here who's like a shark hunter or something. So yeah, a bit of a silly game, but you may end up liking it. I played a little bit of this. 75% off for this one, $10, $224 in India, $849 in the UK, $1137 in Canada, $849 in the Eurozone. Next is Greedfall. So this is a big RPG. Well, not very big. You can finish it in under 40 hours. That's how long it took me, and I did pretty much everything in the game, all the side quests and stuff, apart from like one sort of big side quest that I did not complete. But everything else I completed, ended up liking it. Story is interesting, setting is different to the usual stuff. It's one of those party-based RPGs where you have to pick a couple of companions. You can swap out the companions here and there. You have to wait at campfire, and also the combat is one of those where you can pause mid-fight and switch things around. I found it interesting, not for the combat as such, but the setting and the dialogue. Those things were much more interesting than the combat. Combat was a bit sort of old-fashioned, let's say. But overall, I did like this game. 80% off, $7, $319 in India, $599 in the UK, $959 in Canada, and $699 in the Eurozone. Next we have Borderlands 3. So somebody did ask during the live stream about this game, and yeah, here it is on sale, 90% off. $6, $300 in India, $5 in the UK, $8 in Canada, $6 in the Eurozone. Next is Valkyria Chronicles 4 Complete Edition. So a JRPG with sort of war themes, turn-based combat, and has this sort of watercolor style art. I like the look of this one. I was familiar with the previous game in this series many years ago, I think during the PS3 era, let's say. And yeah, so I thought I'd mention something else here if anybody is interested in these style of JRPGs. This is 80% off for the complete edition, $10, $679 in India, $8 in the UK, $12.59 in Canada, and $10 in the Eurozone. Next is Cloudpunk. So this is another game I often mention. This is a cyberpunk style game with a sort of voxel art style, and in this game you play as a delivery driver, and your job is to deliver packages from A to B. You work for a company called Cloudpunk, and you experience the story while doing your jobs, meeting with different characters and things like that. Interesting game. I did like the setting of this game. 65% off, $7, $279 in India, $594 in the UK, $9 in Canada, $7 in the Eurozone. Next is something a bit more recent, Monster Hunter Rise. So I do remember this coming out and getting a bit of hype, and as you can see, it's only been out for less than 2 years, and it is under $10 now. So I haven't really played these games, but I know these are a big deal. Recently there was a demo or something for a new one, a beta. There are a lot of people who are playing, so I thought I'll mention this. So 75% off, 600 in India, $10, 824 in the UK, 1249 in Canada, 10 in the Eurozone. We also have Control Ultimate Edition, so another game I frequently mention. This has been given away multiple times on Epic, on Prime and stuff, so you probably have it. If not, another decent third-person action game if you are interested. So 80% off, $8, 600 in India, 7 in the UK, 11 in Canada, 8 in the Eurozone. Next is an indie game here, Dome Keeper. So I like this game quite a lot. I played it when it first came out. So basically you are a guy on an alien planet. You have this dome type structure, and underneath that you start digging for resources. Meanwhile, periodically you have waves of enemy attacks, alien attacks, and you have to come back and defend the dome and defeat the enemies, and then go back to doing what you're doing. And yeah, overall I found the gameplay loop to be quite fun, and it has had a lot of updates recently. So this is 60% off, $719, $324 in India, 6 in the UK, $939 in Canada, $719 in the Eurozone. And then we have Far Changing Tides. So many years ago I played the first game, Far Lone Sails, and this is a sequel. This time you are on water, and basically you play as this boy here. No dialogue, no, barely any music to be fair, and you have to just go from left to right and avoid the obstacle, environmental puzzles and things like that. And yeah, it's just a very relaxing, interesting game here. This is 70% off, $599, $239 in India, $449 in the UK, $683 in Canada, 6 in the Eurozone. And then we have Disco Elysium, the final cut. So I thought I'll mention this again. Frequently on sale, very popular RPG where you play as a sort of drunk detective, and this is frequently at the same price. So the final cut version is $10, $224 in India, $874 in the UK, $1137 in Canada, 10 in the Eurozone. And yeah, that's a quick look at games under $10. I have a few more video ideas planned. Also keep in mind, a lot of these games are also on sale on Instant Gaming, sometimes cheaper, so you may want to have a look before getting them on Steam, because yeah, sometimes the price difference can be huge.